Welcome back to No Nonsense Reviews and How-Tos using Hakchi 3.8 Part 2. Today I'm going to show you how to add Sega CD games to your retro systems, NES, SNES, and Sega Genesis Mini. Let's get started. The first thing you want to do is go to this website that's in the description below and download the BIOS files for the Sega CD system. Once they're downloaded, you want to extract them. And once they're extracted, you're going to need to rename them. So all of these files, the word BIOS needs to be in small letters, not all caps. So make sure that your file names look exactly like you see in this black and red box. Once you're done that, you're going to want to copy them over to your system. Make sure your system is plugged into your computer with Hakchi running. Go to Tools, Open FTP Client, go to etc. Go to Libretro, then go into System, and you're just going to drag these three BIOS files into the System folder. Just like that. You can close this box now. So from here, go into Modules, KMFD's Mod Hub, KMFD Cores, and find the cores you're going to need for Sega CD. There will be two cores you need to download. The first one is Pico Drive, and this will work with multi-disc games. So once you've selected it, click Download Module. And the other core you want to download is this one, Genesis Xtreme GX. This will work with single disc games and CHD files. So download module. Once you're done that, make sure you have RetroArch downloaded. You should have done that from the previous video. Go to Modules, Install Extra Modules, and make sure you check the two cores that you just downloaded. And click OK. Your system will reboot. And click OK again. What you want to do now is drag over some Sega CD games. I've got them in the bin and queue format. And we're going to bring over some single disc games at first. You only need to bring in the queue files, so I'm going to select the queue files again for all the single disc games. Drag them over. And then this box will pop up. It's going to ask you which console and core. So select all the games, make sure you pick Sega CD, and remember these are single disc games, so I'm going to pick Genesis Xtreme GX, click on Apply, and then Close. So here are the games. The cover art didn't automatically download, so I'm going to download it. I showed you how to do this in the previous video. And now I'm going to show you how to do this for a multi-disc game, Night Trap. So I'm going to select the queue file for the first disc, drag it over, select the console, and for the core I'm going to pick Pico Drive. Click on it, click on Apply, and then close this up. It didn't pick up the cover art, so I'm just going to find it. The next thing I want to do is right click on the game and then go to Show in Windows Explorer. This box will pop up. As you can see, it automatically brought in my bin file for the first disc, What I want to do for the second disc is I want to bring in the bin and Q file. Just drag and drop them over. As you can see below, I have 2.5 gig of games on it with 285 meg left on my system, so I don't have enough room. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use an external USB stick to add games. So I'm going to plug a USB stick into my computer, make sure it's formatted to NTFS. If it isn't formatted to NTFS, just right click and go to Format and click Start. I've already done this, so I don't need to do it again. With my USB stick plugged in, I'm going to click on Export to USB, make sure I select the proper drive. It is the H drive, then click OK. It's telling me that my games are unsorted, so I'm just going to fix that. So here are all my Sega CD games, and I'm going to click on Sort by Console. I'm just going to drag that into the home menu and then delete the unsorted folder. And my Sega CD games are all in there, and I want to choose some cover art for it. This one looks fine. Gonna click OK. And then I'm going to click OK again. It's now loading the games to the USB stick. Back at the system with the USB stick plugged in through an OTG cable in the back, let's turn on the system. As you can see, I have all the systems here from my previous install. Let's see if Sega CD games work. Here they all are. Let's test one. Let's test a single disc game first. Everything's loading up properly. Looks great. The single disc game worked just fine. Let's get out of here and let's try that multi-disc game. Let's try Night Trap. So again, this game is loading up just fine as well. And that's really about it. Thanks for watching.